Fine is a very small word to carry very large things inside, and it becomes a habit so quickly. The question arrives, and before the actual answer can form, the word is already out. Fine, good, doing well, and the conversation moves on, and the real thing stays exactly where it was, untouched, unnamed, increasingly familiar with being passed over. This prayer is for the person who has been saying fine for a long time. Bring what is actually true. Father, I am not going to say fine this morning. I am going to say what is actually here. The tiredness, the unresolved thing, the distance between how I have been presenting and how I have been feeling, which has grown wide enough that crossing it feels like the longest journey of any given day. I am here with the real version, not the one I offer at the door. Thank you that this is the one place the word fine has never been required. That is the gratitude I want to name, not for an improved inner state, but for the specific mercy of a place where the question is not asked, and the social obligation to perform okayness simply does not exist. I have not had many places like that this season. I am grateful this is one of them. Now, here is what I need to be honest about, because I have not admitted it fully, even to myself. I have been maintaining the fiction so consistently that I have started to lose track of the original, true thing underneath it. That is the interior thing I have not said out loud. The pretending did not start as a decision. It started as protection, the quick answer to avoid a longer conversation I did not have the energy for, the managed expression to preserve relationships that do not quite have the capacity to hold what is actually happening in me. And at first I knew the difference clearly. I knew what I was concealing and why. But the concealing has been going on long enough now that I am not always sure. I sit down to examine what I am actually feeling, and I find the fine first, the practiced version, the one that is ready to be presented. And the actual thing is somewhere behind it, requiring more effort to locate than I expected. I have been performing okayness so consistently that even my self-examination is starting to find the rehearsed version before the real one. That is a specific kind of loss I did not anticipate, and I want to address it before it goes any further. Help me locate what is actually true in me today, Lord, not for anyone else's benefit, for mine. Give me the interior quiet to move past the maintained surface and find the genuine condition, whatever it is, however uncomfortable it is to hold, and bring it here rather than continuing to store it behind the ready answer. And give me at least one person today to whom I can say something true, not everything, but something that costs more than fine costs. Let me practice the real thing in one place today, with one person, before the habit of concealment becomes the only language I have left. Protect me from the exhaustion of inconsistency, the particular weariness of maintaining two versions of myself in different rooms. Guard me from the way the energy spent on the maintained surface is energy stolen from actual living. Let me be less careful and more present today, even if that means less composed. Here is what your presence feels like for someone who has been pretending. It is like the way a mirror shows you what is actually there, not what you intended to project. There is no performance possible in front of a mirror. It reflects the actual face, not the arranged one. And the reflection does not judge what it shows. It simply shows. You are that mirror this morning, showing me myself as I actually am, receiving what is actually true, not requiring the version I had been offering everyone else. At Jeremiah 17:10. I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind. The word search here carries the sense of thorough investigation, moving through what is concealed to find what is genuinely present. God does not read the surface. He is not deceived by the practiced answer. He moves past the find to what is actually there, not to condemn it, but because that is the only place genuine encounter is possible. He already knows what is behind the find. Father, I trust you with what I have been concealing from others and from myself, with the real thing, whatever shape it turns out to have when I stop presenting the other version. I am done saying, fine and here. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. This is the place the real version is always welcome. Subscribe, and let this be where the pretending stops.